I'm starting to see why recasting at home hasn't really become a thing because it's been a weird project so far. So if you've been following some of my other videos, you've seen that I've been putting out some blue stuff molds out of the Army Painter Green Stuff kit. I just took the blue stuff that was in there and I've pressed it to some mini bits. I've got some head molds. I've got this Lieutenant Tomaron chest mold to put on Primaris bodies. And my thought was, oh yeah, in about 48 hours I can have some quick easy molds to make some Warhammer recast bits. Problem. It's been a month and the blue stuff still hasn't dried. I've put it in the freezer, I've put it in hot weather, and it's just still this Play-Doh texture, and I know as soon as I cut into it, that's gonna ruin the molds. So what I got instead, I just took a silicone mold that I found at a local hobby store, and I filled it up with the 4 materials I want to try. That is Tamiya extra thin cement mixed with plastic sprue to make Sprue Goo. So far, this Sprue Goo has dried the fastest, but it also shrunk into the mold, so I've just barely layered it with some more Sprue Goo, some liquid green stuff from Citadel. It's got texture like whipped butter, so it was hard to scoop it out and fill up the mold. I would say that if we're in a squeeze tube, then it would probably be the best material out of the 4 I'm sampling with here in terms of versatility. I also took Army Painter Green Stuff, put it in the mold. This was probably the hardest one to make fit in the mold, but the best one in terms of getting to fit into the mold the easiest was the Milliput 2-part epoxy putty. I was just able to cut it up. It was easiest to mix with my fingers. So if I were working with an open face silicone mold like this, where I have to press something into it, I would prefer this over Army Painter Green Stuff. But if I had a mold that I had to pour liquid into, the goal was with this head mold, Sprue Goo would be my best choice for that, I think, so far. Now, obviously, still need about, said 4 hours to dry for each of them, but it's been 3. None of them look really close to drying, so I'll give it another, I'll let it go overnight, 12 hours, check it in the morning, see how it goes from there. But my hunch is that if it's taken a long time for the Army Painter Green Stuff to harden, over a month at this point for the blue stuff, I don't know if that'll be my go-to. I don't know if it's a problem with the activation or if it's a problem with the green stuff in general. But if you have any ideas, let me know from your experience working with green stuff. The Citadel liquid green stuff, if it came in a squeeze bottle, it'd probably be the best out of all 4 of these. Because the Tamiya Sprue Goo you have to make from an actual bottle of Tamiya glue. It's not something that you can just pick up off the shelf. So, anyway, that's where I stand on my homecast project. If you have any ideas what I could be doing different to be putting this out smoother, or even if any weird tips with using blue stuff, let me know. I see people talk about using blue stuff all the time, so I'm actually surprised that this hasn't been working out. So please let me know if you have any ideas. This channel's really based around experimentation, trying things, so I'm real excited more to try things and see why it doesn't work, but if it works, sure make me feel better. So if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments, any questions, and I hope to catch you all later. Adioski.